We are going live on Facebook. I think we're live, and I'm really excited to have you here. If you're hearing me now, great. Let me know. I'm going to see if I see you there. There's always a delay. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to leave there. I'm not actually seeing it on my phone, but I'll try. Home. So how's everybody doing? If you're here and you're having a happy Halloween, come on and
always look like this.
And this is Isabelle. She doesn't always look like that, but she's dressed up for the holiday. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of my Facebook app. And yeah, if I just get rid of it and pull it up again, I'll be able to see this. So come on in. We're here to talk about liver cleansing, which I think is kind of appropriate for Halloween because it is kind of gross and gory, you know, what the liver has to do, right? It has to handle the guts and glory. So let me just tell you what to expect today. We are here. Let's see who's here today with us. We have one comment so far. Oops. For Halloween. Hang on. It's kind of gross and gory, I got it. You know, what the liver has to do, right? It has to handle the guts. Okay, I can't do that. So let me just tell you what to expect today. We are here. There we go. Got rid of it. All right, now I can see it. So Edna, hi Edna. We're here today with Isabelle Yang, and we're here to talk about liver cleansing. And I brought Isabelle on because she knows a lot about this subject, and I get questions about it all the time because there's so many myths that go about, right? How do you clean your liver? Why would you have to clean your liver? It cleans itself. You know, what's the purpose? Gallstones, can you really release them in a liver cleanse? Is that just bile bumps? Whatever. There's just tons of questions people ask. So I thought that we would get some answers from Isabelle today. Isabelle is, she's a certified nutritional endocrinology practitioner. And yay, she has been doing a cleanse, a liver cleanse called the Second Heart Cleanse for a couple of years now. And she's always been really interested in gut and liver and the cleansing aspects of it. So whenever we have a question about liver cleansing in our group, Isabelle is the one we turn to. So I thought I'd go right to the source and bring Isabelle in and talk about liver cleansing. So welcome and thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me. And yeah, liver cleanse, it is a very controversial subject. And today I'm going to debunk some of the myth and give you a better understanding exactly what it is and how the safety of it. So a lot of people are like afraid. They're like, oh, you know, am I going to be in pain? Is the gallstone going to get stuck in the middle? So we'll talk about that today. But before we start, I've been with Dr. Rita Marie for about 4 years now, and I'm now a nutritional endocrinology practitioner. And this is really exciting because we just learned so much material from Dr. Rita Marie, from thyroid, the liver, digestion, adrenal, like be able to put everything together. It's just wonderful. So
well, it's been a joy to have you and all your enthusiasm and hearing about all the cases and the people that you've worked with and how many lives you've changed as a result of the work you do. So it's very encouraging.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let's jump into liver and bile. So liver function, I think many of you know that liver is our major detoxifying organ. And not only that, it helps with digestion. It's the metabolism of sugar, of fat, and protein, and balances blood sugar. It plays a role in that. So what I'm saying here is that every cell of our body is touched by the liver. And it's a super, super important organ, which a lot of people doesn't realize that it needs to be taken care of. It needs to be nourished, and it's often overworked a lot of times. And so
and I wanted to add to that what you just said, because so many people have thyroid issues. Liver is major in thyroid function.
Oh yeah, the conversion happens in the liver, and if your liver is not optimal, you have less conversion. And estrogen is detox in the liver as well. So if your liver is too busy, then it's going to put that aside and store it. So liver is just every part of your cell. It needs your liver to function optimally so that you get that great energy, good sleep, good skin. And people always ask me, why is your skin so kind of, you have really good complexion and your skin tone is really good. It's like I do my liver cleanses and I take pictures right before and after. You can see a huge difference in skin tone. So that's our liver is our second heart. That's why the cleanse is called the second heart cleanse. If it stops working, people died within, I don't know how long, but it's this organ that it needs to be kept. But most people don't. Like you're thinking about your heart, you're thinking about your brain, but it's all related to the liver. Yeah.
Yeah, very good distinctions. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's bust some myths here. Why should we have to cleanse it? Why doesn't it just cleanse itself? That's
It
what.
does. It actually does. Our body has organs that cleanse itself, like our kidney, right? Things gets expelled from the kidney, from the liver, and from the colon. But that's 40 years ago. I don't think cleanse has always been in a lot of cultures,
Yeah.
from long time, from fasting, from cleansing, but it's more used as a cultural, religious reason. But 40 years ago, since Industrial Revolution, we've introduced like thousands of chemicals in our environment, and liver takes a big hit. It's 800,000 chemicals, more than that, in our environment. Right, everything that we touch. Even now, I just made this is activated charcoal. I didn't want to buy the toxic lipstick. I know what's in there. So I was like, oh, I really want something black. So it's like, okay, I can use activated charcoal. So this is activated charcoal. So I'm like detoxing at the same time. Lips.
That's funny. Instead of toxifying with the lipstick, you're detoxing with the charcoal. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our body does detox. Our body does it. It has to. Otherwise we would die. And so it does, but in today's environment, this overload, like things we touch, even receipts that we get from shops, people don't realize that's toxic. It has BPA. And also the air we breathe in, car exhaust, we don't see it, but it's there in the air. And from carpet, from anything new, from new cars, and from utensils, from cookware. So it's very common stuff that we just can't avoid. So our liver takes a big hit and we don't give it some help, then it gets sluggish. It gets sluggish and affects our, like you said, thyroid, affects our thyroid, affects adrenal, affects our energy level, right? Our blood sugar is thrown out of balance. So we do need some help in these day and age. Even if you have a pristine diet, you still need go into some kind of cleansing. I know Dr. Rita Marie offers a different type of cleansing program. Like you need to rest your body. You just need to remove yourself from that toxic load.
Right. Even just fasting, although some people can't fast because they're too toxic to even fast
Yeah,
comfortably,
they
right?
are.
So there's a lot of ways to do it, and some ways are more effective and some ways are going to fit your lifestyle better than others.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that's called talk about gallstones, right? People are curious, are there really
Yeah.
gallstones?
Common surgery, right? When you do an intake and you're asking people, like it's so common that people have had their gallbladder removed. What's up with that?
Yeah, so what happened is when gallstone, people know that you get gallstone in the gallbladder. I mean, you can get it from the ultrasound, you can see that. That's when it calcifies and you can see it. But when it's in, they're made mostly of cholesterol. If they're made of cholesterol, then you can't really see it. And so people understand that's in the gallbladder, but in the liver too. In the liver, gallstones develop in the liver. And some people are saying, well, what you're releasing isn't really um, isn't really gallstones because you do drink this olive oil and grapefruit mixture before you do the release and you drink it. And people are saying, well, that's just soapy from clumped from the olive oil because it does the color. It's very it's amazing. The colors all over. You can get black stone, a little bit reddish stone, yellow stone, and a lot of time it's these greenish stones. And so people are like, well, those are just olive clumps, but they're not. They're actually studies. So from Johns Hopkins University, they actually calls it intrahepatic biliary stones. So there are researches that have been done. And also what's interesting is that there's a research that had been done with a 60-year-old man that he passed away, but at his autopsy, where they cross-sectioned his liver, and they found he died of, let me see, I have to kind of read it. It's a name that I'm not familiar with. So it's, hold on for a minute. Okay. Okay, so it's a it's a cholangiocellular carcinoma. Okay, so that is the primary cancer of the bile duct.
Mm-hmm.
So they found a carcinoma at the left lateral segment of the liver. And at the same time, he also harbored cholesterol stones. It's 1 centimeter in diameter that's impacting the right peripheral bile duct, and as well as tiny cholesterol stones scattered in the bile duct. So
so it blocked, basically it blocked the bile duct, and you couldn't have the release, and then everything backs up.
Yeah. So that's real. And also there are, if you look on PubMed, there are articles that talk about how do you dissolve these stones. And it also happens actually in Asia more often, and they're seeing it more in Western countries now that they're finding these hepatic stones inside the liver. So gallstones are real. And if you think about it, right, anytime we have an obstruction of an organ, like kidney stones, they disrupt the function of the kidney, right? If we have plaque in the artery, it affects our heart, affects our cardiovascular health. And think about liver, right? If you have these gallstones build up in the liver, they are going to affect the function of the liver.
Right.
And
that's all those functions you mentioned earlier, right? It's detoxifying, it's fat digestion, it's related to estrogen, thyroid, adrenal function, you name it. There's an effect, vitamin storage, all those things.
Vitamin storage,
So those are important functions.
Yeah. So it's true that you need the liver need. What I was going to talk about is that another thing is we have cleansers that start to release before drinking the olive oil.
So before you go, because I think some people may understand what's involved with one of these liver cleanses, but a lot of people don't. So you're talking olive oil and grapefruit juice, and some people may not know, like, what is all that? What is she talking about?
Oh, okay.
So what is this process that you're talking about? Because there's a lot of different cleanses, right? Like I said, there's fasting, there's juicing, there's just drinking, powders and potions. There's all kinds of, taking herbs and various things.
Okay.
What you're talking about.
So the protocol is actually you're drinking, you're doing a week of preparation. So one of the myths about this that's not safe, that's dangerous, because people are not properly prepped. So my husband went to a chiropractor and with some digestive issues, and he gave him 3 sheets of paper and said, well, go home and do the liver cleanse. You can't just do the liver cleanse from 3 sheets of paper. So that in that respect is dangerous. And so it's a week of preparation that we prep your body. When liver detoxifies, it actually needs a lot of nutrients. It needs all the vitamin B's, it needs the protein, it needs glutathione. So all these nutrients helps the liver to detoxify. So the protocol is to make sure the liver is nourished, right? And then you drink these stone softening tinctures that will soften the stone so that take out the edges. Make it safe to pass through for 7 days. And then on the day of the flush, what you do is you drink this olive oil and grapefruit tincture, and also Epsom salt magnesium sulfate to dilate the bile duct to make sure that the stone path through smoothly. So it's a very involved process, needs preparation, well preparation and guidance. And we have like tips that we support people, their teeth, because when you're doing it, your teeth, because the tincture is acidic, you may damage your teeth and also stomach. So we have these guidelines for you to make sure that it's safe for you.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're passing, I'm actually on call at night during flush night to make sure that everyone feels comfortable and feels safe. We don't have anyone that have any stones that get stuck in the middle
Right.
of passing. And the bile duct is 3 to 6 millimeters wide, but people have passed like 16 millimeters, 16 to 17 millimeter type of stone. So
Well,
as
so
long as
that's because you've dilated the duct.
you dilate
Yeah.
it and then you've done the proper procedure, the proper preparation to make sure everything goes smoothly. So it's amazing. It's amazing what comes out
Wow.
of the cleanses.
So I just want to point out, and I know because the way you lead it's safe, but it can be dangerous if you already have some big stones and you don't do it properly and you don't do the softening and you don't prepare, you run the risk of a stone being released, but not making it all the way through and having a gallbladder attack. So that's why I'm not a big fan of just get a book and follow this. I'm a fan of doing it in a safe, and I think I did it. I think I maybe did it once before doing it in this controlled way. And I've done it like 4 or 5 times in this way. But you've got it, you do have to be careful. So I just want to make sure, if you already have gallstones, that don't just try opening a book and reading it and go, oh, I'm going to do a liver flush, because it can be dangerous, right?
Yeah, it can be. It can be. And you want to, if you are experiencing any current infections, anything hurt, then you want to hold off and perhaps softening the stone a little bit longer before you actually attempt to do the flush.
Mm-hmm.
So it is more involved than the same than what you read on the internet.
Yeah. So tell us some of the benefits, though. What do people experience? Because it is work, right? No doubt about it, it is work. But even just from your own experience, the first time you did it,
oh my God,
weren't you?
So so this cleanse is, I think I started in 2016. And so this cleanse is very different from just a liver cleanse, a liver flush, because we have a personal development twist to it. So usually we take this week for the time to take care of ourselves and give us self-care. And we also work on follow a theme, for example, like courage or face your fear, letting go something. So it's a both emotion.
Letting go sounds like a good one.
Yeah, let go. So this time, this theme is no excuses. So like we're all, there's fear and excuses. So we're working on that, like the inner self as well.
Yeah.
So on my first cleanse, I did release. I don't ever really release a lot of stones, or the first time I wasn't sure what was I releasing. It was just releasing. And the first time I was so touched by this cleanse, where Jane was the one that was leading it, I was following it. And the first time when I did it, I was like, oh my God, I hope I could lead this cleanse someday. So here I am. So we always ask the cleansers to set their intention, and it'll manifest in a day, in a week, in a month, in a couple years, you don't know. So that's the powerful part of the emotional, spiritual aspect, and how people benefit, energy, weight loss, and this is also digestive cleanse. So your digestion is squeaky clean. Your colon, your intestine, I mean, it's just squeaky clean, and a lot of gas and bloating goes away. Aches and pain, we had cleansers that had frozen shoulder, or it's dealing with pain for years, and after the cleanse, they just feel like they have range of motion.
Wow.
They have range of motion in their arm and their shoulder. And I have this one cleanser that she started the cleanse, she's new, and second day of the cleanse, she was telling me that she's been doing chiropractic for a long time because her neck and shoulder, there's a really stiff spot, and she's in a lot of pain, and they just couldn't get rid of it. And her chiropractor was telling her, you know what, I'm not sure what else I can do. So on the second day, either second or third day of the cleanse, this is not even the flush. She was like, oh my God, my pain, like 85% gone. I'm not feeling my pain. Because as soon as you start the malic acid tincture, you're starting to detox.
Yeah.
You're starting to detox right away. And we intentionally set a spiritual part to it too, that we have her set her intention, what she wants to do. So she was receiving that. She was receiving that as well. And so there lots of aches and pain is gone. But I think for her, what she realized was that she's been kind of behind the scene doing a lot of things, putting a lot of time, but she's ready to step into the spotlight. That's what she said. So
wow.
So it's not just physical. I think it's not physical. You definitely will. People lose weight. Like ladies,
no doubt about it.
About 5 pounds, 8 pounds, and I have one gentleman that lost like 18 pounds.
18?
It was very toxic, and he released a lot of big stones.
Wow.
So depending on where you're at, I think if you're on standard American diet, you'll see a rapid weight loss. And if you're eating pretty clean already, you'll still experience some weight loss. So weight loss is for sure. We don't really talk about weight loss on the cleanse at the Resolve. So with the Resolve, we're more into like, what did you learn about yourself? What are your aha moments? And what are you going to take from here? What's your next step to go on? And to, improve the reason why you joined the cleanse. Why is it that you joined the cleanse? What's your next step? So we really encourage that.
Yeah, awesome. So what else can you tell us about it? What else do people need to know?
Okay, so people need to know that we do extensive assessment before they start the cleanse. They need to know that if they're really malnourished and they're really underweight, they're not a good candidate for the cleanse. They really need to nourish their body before they take on this cleanse. If they are doing chemo, pregnant, and if they have high blood sugar, diabetes, we have a way that we make sure our cleansers go through the process safely. But if you're going to do it on your own, you have to be very careful with what you're drinking.
Yeah.
You can't do 32 ounces of apple juice. That will send your blood sugar.
Blood sugar will go through the roof, right?
Right. The roof and way up. So so that you have to be careful about. And let me see. And sometimes when you detox too quickly, you have to also like really be really aware of your body. If you detox too quickly, then your body might not be able to handle it. You have a lot of detox symptoms and you need to slow it down. So when we do it, we have support for all 7 days, and we guide you on, what you should do to ensure a more pleasant, comfortable detoxing.
Right. How does it compare? A lot of people are doing juice cleanses and, juice and herbs and water cleanses. How does this compare? Like what would be the benefits of one over the other?
Okay, so I think they're different. So they're different. So with this cleanser, actually expelling gallstones from the liver. Mostly, we're thinking mostly because the bile duct from the gallbladder is tiny. So we think it's mostly from the liver. And we also have this, Jane did an interview with an ultrasound specialist. She and her husband did the cleanse, and she brought her equipment home. And while after the flush, she was doing ultrasound on her husband, and she could see the stones rolling out from the duct. Yeah, she could see the stones rolling out from the hepatic duct to the common bile duct. So they're there. So with the different, with the cleanses, you are cleansing your body, you're getting rid of toxins, but these stones, if they're calcified, they're not going to come out.
They're
They're
not
not
going to
going to
move.
come out
Yeah.
on their own. And with these stones, sometimes you'll find dead parasites. There's a research that's been done that when they dissect these, send these stones to the lab, 30% of the people, 30% of the people that contain stone have parasite. Okay, they're found parasite.
Parasites. Wow. Yeah.
And toxin in the stone. So this is different because you're actually getting these toxins out of your body in a very quick manner. So some people, there's some people, some practitioners may say this is hard on the body. It is. It is hard on the body. You're asking your body to do a lot of work. That's why we do the prep work. That's why we do the assessment on the body. And so it is hard work, but think about these stones that are toxins do get lodged in the stone and parasite. And if you want to release them slowly, you can do a more gentle way and release them slowly. But if your colon, your digestion, you're constipated,
right,
then guess what's going to happen? They're going to recirculate. They're going to be, and if you don't have enough bile, then they can't get it out. So you're going to end up recirculating these toxins.
Yeah. And then they get stored back in the tissue.
Yeah. So this is different because you're actually like literally getting out, even if they're just cholesterols, they're getting out, you're getting out this gallstones made out of cholesterols, made out of calcified bilirubin, perhaps, the different stones. And that way your liver can function better. There's no obstructions in the liver. So that's an important way to keep liver optimized.
I'm looking at some questions that are coming in. Let's see. And Adina says, how often would be good to do it?
So for first-time cleansers, do it every 3 months, every 2 or 3 months, as long as you have stone coming out. Do them at least every quarter. Do them every quarter. And for me, I never really have any big stones, but on my 9th cleanse, I got big ones.
On your 9th one, wow.
Diameter of one side was like the same as a quarter. I have a picture, and that's like, wow. I thought I was done, because when you have 2 consecutive cleanses that you're clean, then most likely you just do every 6 months to maintain. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Every quarter makes sense though. Let's see. Lynn Rose said, do you use malic acid capsules instead of apple juice?
We do a mixture of malic acid powder, not capsules. Yeah, because the capsules may not break up.
They may not break up. Yeah.
So
when I've done it, I've done apple cider vinegar and just mix it with water and drink that. Or I've done malic acid in water, and both of them have worked fine.
Yeah, we have 5 different options to soften the stone. So that's why people who are diabetic or pre-diabetic, we take precautions and make sure that they don't spike their blood sugar.
Right. And I found, because I was concerned about my blood sugar because it's sensitive, and the first time I did it, instead of doing grapefruit juice, I did lemon juice. And, that was fine. I didn't see much of anything. But then I said, well, let me at least try. Because by the time you get to the point where you're drinking that mixture, you've already fasted for like probably 18 hours or something like that. That's a long period of time that you haven't had anything solid to eat. And I thought, well, my blood sugar was down really low. It was in the 50s. It can't spike my blood sugar too much. So I made the mixture of the grapefruit. So you juice a grapefruit. I think it's one whole grapefruit.
Yeah.
And then put the olive oil and blend it in the blender. And let me tell you, it was delicious. People say it's gross, but I'm like, I was looking forward to it. The next one was like, I'm doing that again. And it didn't raise my blood sugar. So but if I just drank straight grapefruit juice when I'm not cleansing, it would raise my blood sugar. But mixed with the olive oil and then during the cleanse, it didn't. And boy, it tasted good. It was a great reward at that point.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. And to check down the Epsom salt, that's not pleasant. So we have ways to kind of help you make it
Yeah.
pleasant. And then and we also do castor oil pack. And with castor oil pack, you can get pretty messy sometimes,
Yeah.
right? Pretty messy, get it all over your sheet. So we have tricks and people from my experience, from other cleansers. So we make it really nice and pleasant. And it's actually, people really enjoy flush night.
Yeah. Well, it's relaxing, right?
Favorite.
'Cause you're not doing a whole lot of everything. You're going to bed early. You're taking care of yourself. You're nourishing yourself, and that's really nice.
Yeah, yeah. I know. When I cleanse, I tell I don't sleep in the same room that week if I can. If I have extra rooms, like I am going to have my space and have flush
Oh,
nights. And
just
I,
give you,
he knows I'm not in the kitchen for 2 days. It's like, you're
yes,
on your own. I'm
you're
going
on
to
your
take care of
own. No
myself.
food
I'm
is
going to take
being
care of
made here.
you. Yeah.
Lynn Rose said grapefruit juice is much more palatable if you blend it. That's why I put it in the blender and it blends really well and it's very tasty. Angelica said she also likes the grapefruit olive oil emulsions. She said it's like a grapefruit smoothie. I would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us about you're doing it. You say quarterly. Do you actually host these and run them quarterly?
I do host them, run them quarterly. So this is our number 4 cleanse this year, and it's happening November 18th through the 24th.
Okay.
It's the week before Thanksgiving.
That's
So
perfect timing.
it's good to clean it out, to clean everything out, and you're more cautious about what you put in your mouth because you feel so good. You want to keep
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe help you avoid the overindulgence at
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. Just
Yeah.
this one time that leads into 6 weeks of decadence.
Yeah.
Which is what I hear all the time.
I know. So we have a prep week before that. So the prep week is for people to get into the classroom. We have a classroom. Everything is step by step. You have guidance, you have recipes, and I do an orientation call during the prep week. Some supplements are suggested for better enhance your cleansing experience. So you get that before time. We talk about that, and we just get you prepped and prepared the week prior. And if you drink coffee, we have a really great recipe so you can get off caffeine without the headache.
Nice.
So we get that prepared for the before the cleanse, and then you have a great week of cleansing. And we ask you to make some to prepare because you do have to drink these tinctures and make adjustments. So we give you that prep week to have you schedule in to prepare so that you're not overwhelmed or stressed during the cleanse week.
I find it light, actually. I find it easy because there's very little to do. Lynn Rose asks, how long is the fast? As far as I remember, it's
just one day. Yeah. So you go from solid foods to smoothie and then to juice on flush night. So you're not really fast. You're
fasting from about noon or 1 on the last day.
From noon to the next morning around 10.
Yeah.
And then you can slowly reacclimate your body back to your body. So it's not even a 24-hour.
Not even 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
But it's nice because you're slowly, you're starting out with really great whole food, plant-based meals that are easy to digest. And then you go to smoothies, and then you go to juice, and then you just stop drinking or stop anything from about noon or 1 or something.
About noon, yeah.
About noon on the flush day.
On the flush day.
The next day you can start again. So it's really a nice gradual,
Yeah, and you can the first three days we're nourishing. The first 4, even the first 5, we're nourishing your body because your liver and kidney are going to work very hard. I'm not going to say it is intense. They're going to work very hard. So we need to really properly nourish these organs and open up your digestive tract. Make sure you're having bowel movements. Make sure that you're going to the bathroom because your body is really smart. Some people, if you're not properly prepped, you're not going to release. Your body is going to hold on to it and not to put you in danger.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes total sense. Who else has questions? Anybody else have questions? Let's see. Week before Thanksgiving, perfect timing. Yes. Yeah. Anybody else? Questions or comments?
Yeah. So I'm running $100 special before Halloween. Well, today is actually the end of the special, but I'll extend it for 2 more days for people to sign up.
Great.
And
Yeah.
then that,
And if we put that link in, I think I gave it to Nancy. If you can put that link in, it's drritamarie.com/liver cleanse. So it's real easy to
oh,
remember.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
drritamarie.com/liver cleanse. And we'll put it in the comments. But
Yeah.
if you go there, you can read all about it. And if they have any questions, is there a way to get their
Yeah,
questions
they could,
answered?
if they have any question, they could reach out to me at Isabelle at healthygutvibrantlife.com. I will put that in
Yeah, we'll
the,
put that in the chat. We'll make sure that's in the comments. Yeah,
and
yeah,
they could reach out to me to Facebook as well. I'm on Facebook. They could private message me on
great.
Facebook, and I'm available for any questions. And if you're ready, if this calls for you, I'd love to have you on the
Yeah,
cleanse. And we have lots of repeat cleansers.
yeah.
More over 50% are repeat cleanser. They get kind of addicted. I do
Yeah,
too.
yeah, you want to
Like,
do it. It's like, oh, when are you doing it? Sometimes I'm away and I'm like, oh, darn.
yeah. So usually by the time I'm not gonna lie that by the time you're drinking your fourth Epsom salt, you're like, what the heck am I doing? Why am I
I'm
doing this?
doing this, right?
Yeah, but then a month or two after, you're like, oh, I think I need a cleanse.
You want to do it again. Yeah. I remember feeling so good after the first one. Just, I always feel good, but it was just this extra lightness and energy boost that I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think lightness, that's most cleanser feels like. I feel so light and clean.
Yeah. Okay. So a couple of people put the link in. Thank you, Angelica. Is this cleanse only for liver or gallstones, or can it be a regular cleanse? I'm not sure what that means, June, but maybe you do.
Yeah, this one is specifically, well, when we're, the protocol that we're going through, you are cleansing, you're kind of cleansing everything.
You're
And
cleansing
the
your colon
final,
for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're cleansing, it's, I have a 7-day nourishing detox, which is the same principle, but you just don't do the flush. But yes, you are cleansing. It is, you're on vegan diet, you're eating a lot of detoxifying food.
Yeah.
So it is a cleansing.
It is a pretty much a whole body. And if you cleanse your liver, you're cleansing your body. So even if you don't have stones per se, just getting your liver, giving it the exercise and having that lighter meal plan the week before, you're not giving your liver a whole lot of extra stuff to detoxify, and it allows it to just, break down things that have been there a while.
Yeah, and one of the important aspects is that it's helped to stimulate the production of bile. So bile, people don't talk about bile a whole lot.
Yeah, tell them what bile does.
Yeah, so bile, most people understand is to emulsify and digest fat. Right, that's its function. But also, it also helps in the carbohydrate digestion as well. And when our food enters the small intestine, we need that bile to alkalinizing the food that comes through, so it doesn't damage the small intestine. So it plays a really, really important role. And also, bile also, what else does it do? So there's a research that been else that indicates bile actually has anti-cancer, anti-mutation property. So, and also bile binds to with fiber, meaning fiber. Bile cleans out toxin, the estrogen when we
and cholesterol, right? It binds to the cholesterol and brings out the excess cholesterol.
So we need bile. Our liver is supposed to produce 1 to 1.5 quart of bile, and when we don't have that constant movement of bile, it gets stagnant. Our body develops stagnation. So the liver flush also stimulates the production of bile, which what the liver is supposed to do.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those of you who are not like 100% familiar with our anatomy physiology, the liver makes bile. The bile attaches in all these little liver ductules and all. It's detoxifying chemicals and has all these different chemical pathways, the cytochrome P450 pathways, if you've ever heard of them. And it does all this stuff where it detoxifies chemicals, but it has to get rid of it. So it binds it with bile. And then the bile goes through the gallbladder, and then the gallbladder stores it and then releases it when we eat fat. And so when we eat the fat, it does a double duty, right? It helps to break down the fat, but then it also is binding all these toxins. And if you have extra cholesterol in the tract, the extra estrogens, it binds to that and actually takes it out. So it's a really a multi-purpose chemical, let's just say.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So I have this one cleanser. You know her too, and she said after the liver cleanse, the only thing she did was did the liver cleanse, and she was taking amla powder.
Mm-hmm. It's an Ayurvedic herb combination. Yeah.
Her triglyceride dropped 500 points. She doesn't know which one, but she said those are the two things I have done since my, since she did her lab work. But I'm pretty sure the flush has something to do with it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. Well, it looks like we don't have any other questions. Is there anything else people need to know? Yeah, if you go to drritamarie.com/liver cleanse, you'll see the whole description and everything, and you can join and take advantage of the $100 off special. And I'm hoping to do it. Fingers crossed that I'm back in time to do it, because I would like to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just love your liver. I mean, it's not something that we emphasize a lot, but love your liver, and kind of try, if the liver cleanse is not for you right now, but still take a week away from toxicity. Take a rest from toxicity and eat clean, drink plenty of water, filter water, go out in the nature. Go out in the nature, take a walk, and just be aware of your what you're touching, what you're eating, your body care product. It can get very toxic. Yeah. Use active charcoal if you're.
Well, I guess if you mixed activated charcoal with beet powder, you can make red lipstick. I wonder.
I do have that. I'm gonna try it. Yeah.
Try it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and if you're ready to try the liver detox diet, the liver flush, I'd love to have you on the cleanse. And I can't guarantee if you are going to expel stones and or anything, expel stones, what color stones, and if you're gonna have what most cleansers experience, but what we guarantee is you'll be 100% supported all the time. And
that's what's cool about it, that you guys are there for every day. There's calls every day during that week before, the night of, the next day, and that you're always there for people. Because
we're on Facebook. We're always we're there posting, and we have our cleansers. Our repeat cleansers are amazing. They post the food. They post what they do with their stone.
They post pictures. I've seen that. Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. Whatever you do for Halloween, I hope you make it safe and don't eat the candy. But I love your little Halloween outfit. That's awesome.
Thank
you. For the season. I should have pulled out something too. I forgot. Until a little while ago, I forgot about Halloween.
Well, I'm invited to a Halloween party, so I'm like,
good timing.
For the call, yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you. And send some hearts if you enjoyed this. Check out Isabelle at what is your Facebook group? Healthy Gut.
My website is Healthy Gut Vibrant Life. HealthyGutVibrantLife.com, and I have a free gift on the website. When you go on, the pop-up will come up. It's 5 foods and herbs that nourishes your liver, and cleanses your liver, so you can get a free gift there. And follow the link in the Facebook for the Second Heart Cleanse. It has detailed information about the cleanse, and you can also message me or send me an email at Isabelle@healthygutvibrantlife.com.
Perfect.
Questions.
Perfect. Yeah. So I highly recommend at least get the download, the free download, and then consider joining it. Read up about it, and if it feels like something you're ready to do, then jump in. If it feels like you're something that sounds good, but there's some little fear there, really sit with it and trust your gut and reach out. And if there is some real concern, then Isabelle will definitely tell you, no, you're not a good candidate. Here's some stuff that you can do to get ready for next time.
Oh yeah, I do. I do turn people away. I have this lady that she's getting married in 3 weeks. It's like, no, I don't think you
No.
3 weeks before your wedding. No, come back.
No, I wouldn't do that. Come back later.
Yeah, we make sure everyone is a good fit for the cleanse.
Yeah. Good. Well, thank you so much, Isabelle. Thank you, everybody, for coming out, and have a great rest of the day. Bye.